Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the first 2 episodes of the brand new comedy show Miracle Workers, a show that stars Daniel Radcliffe, who we all know obviously. It also stars Steve Buscemi as God, and we have Geraldine Visvanthian. Now, like I said, this is a show that's been recommended to me. They're 25-minute episodes, easy to watch, easy to digest. And when I was told about it, the premise just seemed a bit mad to me. And basically, the best way I can describe this show is a bit like The Office in heaven. And we have Steve Buscemi, who plays God. And you see at the beginning of the first episode, he's pretty dissatisfied with Earth and how things are turning out. You see him watching news clippings of bad stories, disasters, global warming, the worst of humanity, and he's had enough, and he's washing his hands of Earth. He's sick of it. And you get Geraldine Visvanthian's character, who is an angel, and she wants to move departments. She's currently working in the dirt department, but she's had enough, and she wants to do something more. She wants to help Earth. So she gets transferred to the Department of Unanswered Prayers, of which she's very excited about. But when she gets there, it's dilapidated, abandoned, very dark, and the only person working there is a bearded Daniel Radcliffe, who spends his days on his own in the Department of Unanswered Prayers, answering prayers like for people who've lost their keys or gloves. And he doesn't bother with any of the proper prayers that people send up to heaven. He stamps them immediately as impossible and fires them up to God for him to deal with, but he never ever deals with them, obviously. So she's pretty shocked by all this. And she goes and sees God and says she wants to do good, etc., etc. But all she manages to do is convince God that he's so fed up with Earth that he's going to blow the Earth up. He's had enough, and he's going to move on to his next project, which is a restaurant in space, it would seem. So, in an act of desperation, Eliza and Daniel Radcliffe's character hatch a plan, and they sit down with God and they say, let's make a bet. Let us choose one of these impossible prayers, any one of them. If we make it come true, we win the bet, and you don't blow up the Earth. And God agrees, with a couple of little minor additions to the bet. And the prayer they choose to try and answer, one of the impossible ones, is 2 random humans who they're gonna try and make fall in love, and these are 2 like quite nerdy, geeky characters. And God's very happy about this because he says it's never going to happen. You can't force that sort of thing. So they've got a task on their hands at this phase for these first 2 episodes. They've got to try and get these 2 people who have declared interest in each other to randomly meet. Random acts of things, things happening to try and get them to meet up, to fall in love, in order to garner a first kiss, and that will win them the bet. However, it's not as easy as they think, and they spend the first episode and most of the second episode trying to get them to randomly meet up, to fall in love, etc. However, Daniel Radcliffe is so cautious. He's not comfortable with taking risks, and Eliza is completely the other way. So there's a bit of a clash going on between those 2. All in the while, God trying to entertain himself, watching news footages of the comedian Bill Maher, I think he's called. He doesn't like the fact that he's constantly ridiculing God, so he tells one of his executives to blow up his penis, which is, of course, okay, something you would do, I suppose. And that's what you get in these first 2 episodes. You get, like I say, it's The Office in heaven. You get you get the departments of genitalia. You've got all these other departments, and it's actually a really, really quite fun series. This, it's dead easy to watch. 25 minutes long each episode. You don't even realise you've finished. the episode, and it's just over just like that. And I must admit, I laughed out loud a few times watching these first couple of episodes. I love the humour in it. Daniel Radcliffe's got a natural comedic streak in him, and he works really well in it. Steve Buscemi is just brilliantly cast as God. And I'm interested to see where this series is going, so I might well watch the rest of this series and feedback and give you my full season review when it's done, if I get time to watch the rest of the episodes. So I do recommend you check this series out. It is quite a lot of fun. So that's my review for Miracle Workers. I hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.